Potatoes!
Lou, I've got some apples. Lou, you got some too?
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Hello, nerds. We are on. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hello, boy. Oh, how you doing? Hi. The fish wearing beautiful sunglasses.
It's fucking so bright, and then it's morning, so...
I can see the monitors reflected in your eyes.
Can you see how big this one over here is? Because, Jesus.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Today, we have what I can only call a silly, stupid one-shot for you. This came into creation almost a year ago now.
We're cruising on a year.
During a single adventure in my first little ongoing set of adventures called the Red Hawk Tales, there was a character known as Jack Sidney, who, on his way to start a quest, got awfully interested in a bakery.
We don't know why.
It was a good bakery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that natural one, though.
I've got an echo somewhere.
I've got an echo.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why there's an echo.
Is it you?
You want to know why there's an echo?
Is it you?
Do you want to know why there's an echo?
It was you.
There's an there's an echo because Echo's dad.
I miss Echo.
Like, that's why. Like, that's literally why that's a thing. Just so that you know.
It's true. It's and the echo has now faded, so I will continue.
Good. Yeah, that was me.
Ah, good. Of course it was. Let's just raise our little beautiful theme for the day. So yes, Mr. Jack Sidney got awfully interested in a bakery, and so today is the day where he goes and finds out what is in that bakery. So let me introduce our players today. We have a second today who will be joining up with Mr. Jack Sidney, and I don't know how that's going to go yet. We're going to be role-playing that. We have Mr. Fishy, Mr. Dear Fish, the dearest of fish, a friend of all the fish, Ocean Man, if you will.
Ocean Man.
Do tell us how you're feeling, what's going on at the moment, and who you're playing today.
I am feeling wonderful. My oxygen level was the highest it's been in 3 weeks. I have multiple mini inhalers around me. I have hydrated. I have taken all of the medication that I can. I also got emailed yesterday that I'm to take part in the Embers for All test group of 1,000. Pretty dank. Starts Monday. It happened when I was sick, so I have to take that as a sign. Today, I will be reprising the role of the Lightfoot Halfling Rogue, Mordred Flowercloud. He is a persnickety little man who likes to imbibe of the pipe leaf. He enjoys looking around the wooded areas for perhaps herbs he's not tried or found. Currently, he is in Hammer's Rest after he was sent on a small adventure to which he almost lost his life, but met a couple of really cool centaurs.
Yes, he did. This adventure is centaurless. I just want to point that out. No centaurs coming to the rescue today.
So in my failed attempt to ride a centaur into battle, as was my way, I find myself in Hammer's Rest on the same day that an adventurer by the name of Jack Sidney is also there.
I think you mean Lord and Savior, television personality extraordinaire. Jesus.
He does it way better than me. Go ahead, pal. That without further ado,
let us introduce the one, the only,
the
Thunder from Down Under. The
Hey guys, so I'm Jack Sidney.
Good day.
Good day,
G'day.
Jack. Good day, Jack.
I got my full costume on. You know,
Oh.
I feel like I should have
They
given
call
you a
that
bigger webcam.
every
I
Steve
agree.
Irwin, you know, Jack Sidney guy needs his khaki top and khaki pants and fucking hat and.
I just need to
Do you
give.
have the?
So, would you like to look at Jack today?
Oh, you need to make it full screen.
Today is.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel I should have worn my fucking cape. Is what I should have worn today. Would you like to just put some makeup on my head and write just DM backwards because the camera is reversed? So. Okay.
Oh, that was great.
And look at it one of the few times. Let me quickly just fix your webcam a tiny bit there, Mr. Jack Sidney. You want to make sure we get the full flavor of your. No, you've got. It's just your. I've got to blend a little bit too much. I don't want to take away from your beautiful outfit.
Oh yes, the
There you
top.
go.
Mhm.
Just fill in those shoulders.
Oh, it looks so good. It was worth a
I
year
like how
wait.
you
I was
filled in
gonna
my
say.
shoulders and took away his green screen.
Yeah, what I'm doing there is I think I'm playing with Fishy's one and not yours. So that's neither here nor there.
It's not stereotypes if it's your own people.
There we go.
Glorious, isn't it? By the way, yeah, no, these bits here will always chroma key because they're green. So
That's fine. I was literally just going for the beautiful
It's
shirt and.
because I can't wear this. Like, I physically cannot wear this and this. It's impossible.
Can we get a demonstration of how you cannot possibly wear them both at the same time?
I agreed to this. I think we need to rule. Oh, look at that fucking coif,
Look at that
man.
beautiful little
Oh,
hair, you sexy,
that hair.
sexy man
Oh,
from down under. Look at you.
It just, oh Jesus, just fell down. from
Pimmy
two
would
sides
love
like
those
that.
headsets. Pimmy would love that headset. Pimmy would
Yeah.
kill for that headset.
If you want to know what Pimmy would look like wearing, oh Jesus, we need tape.
Yep.
Yeah, this is that takes away from the hat definitely.
Yeah, point
Yep.
taken. Point taken. Cool.
I mean,
cool.
I could,
It's a good look.
If you were a goblin,
initiative, guys!
if you were a goblin,
Actually, I do now think that you now need to play a goblin who has seen Jack Sidney on the TV and is inspired by him.
Oh my god!
So just do a copy of a copy of a copy.
Oh god,
And
it
it-
just gets worse the
and it-
further away from the original.
I go full goblin with the stumpy arms and everything.
That's what I do. Do I have a little stumpy arm?
15, guys! I got 15!
My AC's 11. My AC's 11.
Ooh. Oh. So that's the
jokes
adventure
are-
that you guys have in store today. Good lord. Okay. So, I just want to double check, Jack. You're a human barbarian, correct?
Yes.
And Mordred, you are a halfling rogue, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So, we begin in the town.
To the roll 20.
Yep, go for it. Are you in the roll 20?
I don't know which one it is.
like
It'll be
Red
Red
Hawk
Hawk Tales. Is the
Oh, that
we
one.
usually
Yeah,
say.
no, I can get in that one.
Mr. Big. Thunda, unfortunately for you, the national outfit of Australia is a -2 against aquatic animals, but mostly stingrays. So that's a -2 AC. -2 AC against a stingray.
Jack Sydney and the Stingray Vengeance is the next Jack Sydney one-shot, clearly.
Oh my god.
Or we just wait for him to find something else to be distracted in, and we go from there.
Oh, Final Fantasy 14 is coming out with a new expansion soon, so I'll be going to university.
God damn it.
Actually,
I'm so
you want to know
tired
what sucks
of
about that? Just keep going. Let's go.
The one thing that sucks about that is, what, you have to go to university in between that? For some other
No,
thing
well,
that's
my
dropping?
Well, at this point, my university is going to be in Japan at that time. So I'm either in Japan or I'm not playing it, you know. Yeah.
To be fair, I think
Oh,
our time zones might be a little bit. Will they be the same?
I'm an hour and a half behind currently now.
Okay.
So it's 10 o'clock here, so it'll be 8:30 over there.
Yeah,
Oh, so
I don't.
he's
I don't
moving
need
on to
another
straight
time zone to
in
keep
New
track of, you
Japan time.
motherfucker. I don't need
New
another
Japan
one.
time. Hey, it's just like we were calculating for G1, only it's for Thunder
Yeah,
this
New
time.
Oh,
Japan
true.
time, boy. New Japan. You'll see me
only,
there.
I only know New Japan.
Naito!
I hope so.
please.
Please, in that outfit, please, so we can see you. Take that outfit
Dude, you
with
don't
you.
Understand, all right? I'm taking over Japan in this outfit. Jack Sydney will become a mascot, I swear.
Are you gonna be on that video with like 10,000 Jack Sydneys all dancing the same in the square with like the head bobs and the little arms and the little like?
Oh, fuck yeah, we'll make
choreographed-
up a national dance and everything.
Jesus, that video creeps me out and makes me
And
sad.
then I know how I want the dance to end, alright? We all clutch our hearts like we've been stabbed by a stingray, and we fall to the ground.
God damn it! You kick your feet a bunch of
It's
times.
still too soon. It's still too soon.
Yeah, no, I'll jump in the ring with fucking Naito and whoever else is there, and I'll just start taking shit to him.
If you see a guy called Minoru Suzuki, please tell him he's an asshole.
Jack Sydney's friend says you're an arsehole.
No. I want you to say it like you said it.
Jack Sydney says you're an asshole.
Okay, so we are going to pick up in the streets of Hammer's Rest early in the morning. Jack Sydney, you have recently. Where would you like to start your day? Would you like to start it in the Guildhall, or are you traveling around town?
Does the Guildhall have a tavern?
It does.
Then I would like to start in the Guildhall.
Wouldn't we always? Mordred, are you still taking lodgings in the Guildhall?
I would have, yes. I would have come back to the guild hall to see if Devlin was here, and I want to see how many bitches Boris was able to round up.
Yes.
Hold on, wait. I expect my DM to know the storylines that are going on, because for those of you that don't know, slight miscalculation with the payment, where the group I was with didn't really care so much about money, so this Boris character has been tasked with finding a bunch of bitches to
And
pay us with.
it wasn't just bitches, it was bitches and boys.
Well, we have an orgy. So, I would have come back to the guild after this. I'm assuming that the rest of my party would have become interested in some type of race that was gathering outside of town. And they went to go see what that was. I went back into town because I needed a rest. I was quite shaken after our little adventure, so I would be at the guild hall. Yeah.
Good. Okay. For your own knowledge, Boris was able to find 3 men who were interested and 6 ladies.
Oh, sweet. Tabaxis.
So when you got back to town, you would have seen your elf friend disappear into a room, and it would have been cordoned off.
Lots of what can I? 1 second. Okay, that's a 17 investigation. Okay, it's a flat 17 for what I could hear coming out of the room.
Oh, you could hear suction noises. It was not good.
Jesus.
It was not good. It
Jesus.
was not unpleasant.
Man, I'm telling you what, though, that is a pretty kinky elf that was with us, by the way.
The elf
so.
didn't actually look like he knew what was going on. Like, he didn't understand why he was going into a room. He thought they would have a meeting, maybe pray together, and it does not sound.
I thought he was the one that said
He-
it was fine for bitches
He
and
said that
boys,
he
wasn't
wanted to be paid in peace and love. Boris just took that as he wanted.
I forgot. Yes,
and
okay.
love.
Oh, my DM is the best because he does it. Yes, he does. He said, I want peace and love. And I was like, yo, bro, I'm not getting killed by no fucking gelatinous cube for peace and love. But, hey, rough. I tried to stab a horse and I'm still getting shit about it. It's okay.
You did. So, you guys will find yourselves in the inside the Red Hawk Guild Hall, the tavern. There is actually a barman behind the bar named Jim, as is standard. Been there since day one. So,
Jim? Did I ever tell you that I killed a guy called Jim?
several times, sir.
Yeah, the guy was like, we better not open this chest, and then he fucking threw it at me.
Yes.
What was I do? Fucking cut it in half, and he died.
Yes,
Fucking Jim died.
he did, sir.
You died, Jim.
I was not there, Jack, but yes, you have told me this story
But your
several.
name's Jim.
It is. He just lets out this really long sigh. He's been
I'm
having
assuming
this
you're not talking
conversation.
quietly.
No.
This conversation
okay.
happens at least once a day, by the way. Anytime after Jack's had about 5 drinks, this conversation happens every day with Jim.
Yep.
So, Mordred, you said you are also in the back, right? What do your characters
Yeah.
actually look like, by the way, today?
Oh yeah, I'm just a middle-aged, Lightfoot halfling, curly little, little hair down to his face, constantly fidgeting with and smoking a pipe.
Mm-hmm.
A small cloud follows him around. I'm not really talking. I am just kind of enjoying the more. It's like what time is it? Morning?
Still morning, so about now it's
Oh,
about
yeah.
9 a.m.
Yeah, okay, beautiful. I am just kind of having a sit, and I am assuming that my elf friend has not come down yet and has been quite busy.
This is set like probably a week or so after your return.
After?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So you're
Then I'm
so
just
the
at the guild hall
centaurs?
alone chilling.
cool.
Yep.
The centaurs themselves would have found out there wasn't actually any beds really suitable for their needs. So the centaurs are staying outside of the actual guild hall, and the elf has not in. They're kind of spread right around the town doing their own bits and bobs.
Yep. And I am just sat at the table, listening to this story, as I do not know. I would have seen Jack around town a couple of times talking, I'm assuming.
You it would be hard to not see him.
Okay, beautiful. That's what I figured. All right, cool.
Often being tailed by a bard with a little crystal ball.
Helly Galen.
Howling Galen.
Helly Galen.
Howling Galen's got a gig to go to, so he's gone away for a few days.
Okay.
He's got a gig up in Hybrid, so he's also departed for the day. So it's just you two. So Jim sits. He's like, "So, Jack, are you going out today? We've already had 3 beers, and it's not even 2 minutes past 9."
See, I heard about what do you call it? An armadillo.
I see.
And apparently this armadillo looks like a wolf.
Uh-huh.
So, because the people want Jack, I have to go for it.
Quite. And then he just turns back around, starts like pouring himself a drink, being like, "It's too early."
Upon hearing this, Mordred will he'll kind of Armadillo? How would you say that? Armadillo wolf? Armadillo wolf. He pushes his chair back. And he walks up to the bar and I'm like, excuse me. Did you say an armadillo wolf?
No, your mum's an armadillo wolf. Another beer, please.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Jim just shaking his head as he pours another beer. Like, 4th one. Oh, we're going for a record today, are we, Jack?
Yes, yes, we are.
Jim kind of looks to Mordred and goes, have you had the pleasure of meeting Jack, Mordred?
Grumbling
What are
under
you
his
talking
breath.
about? Of course he has. Everyone knows who I am.
Quite.
Just his color.
I bet you he's here for my autograph, aren't you, son? And then I pat him on the head.
I quickly pull my head out from underneath your hand and say, my mother is not an armadillo wolf. I'll have you know. She's a halfling.
Oh, and I'll have you know that it's an armadillo that looks like a wolf.
Fishy, give me a history check.
That is a 19.
Okay.
That
You've-
is a 19 flat.
From all the things you've heard of, you've heard of armored wolves, but not an armadillo wolf. But you have never been to the Isles in Tundaris where Jack's from, where the
I've never.
were you a Goliath or a human?
I'm wait.
Jack.
Oh yeah.
Was Jack human?
Yeah, I'm a human.
Okay, making sure.
He's-
All right, yeah. But he is quite pale because he's from the land of Tundaris, which is the fancy equivalent of Australia, where it's just cold instead of warm.
You. So I've heard of an armored wolf, but I've never heard of an armadillo
Wolf.
that
no.
looks like a wolf.
No.
See, and this is where people trip up, right? There's so much you don't know. So much people don't understand. Right? An armadillo that looks like a wolf is amazing. It's never been seen before. If I can get it on camera, it will be incredible.
Mordred's face he's really starting to buy this.
Jim is looking at you, being impressed, being like,
And I say, you wouldn't happen to have any of that leaf that you've been smoking, have you?
Leaf? What leaf? The only thing I smoke is life.
Oh, Jesus.
I want another beer!
okay, make me a... Okay, he hands you another beer. For now.
Make me a
Excellent.
Yeah. Do you drink the beer?
Drink? I fucking scull the beer and then tip the upside down cup on my head.
That's...
Okay. You are going to be rolling now at disadvantage. Because for at least an hour of time, as you are... As all that booze begins to really kick in.
And it's 9 in the morning.
It's 9:03.
Now,
gee.
tell me, short stuff. Have you ever had what's called a shoey?
Mordred turns and backs up against the bar with his back flush against the bar. And he says, no? Why?
Excellent. Jim! Jim!
I'm
I
right
take
here,
off my
Jack.
boot and I give it to Jim. And I go, give this man a shoey!
God damn it.
What's a shoey?
My eyes just grow in horror as I realize what a
Right, hang
shoey
on, are
sounds
you
like
saying
a
this
drink
is the
served
Emma
in a
or Danny?
boot.
Sorry, say that again?
Are you saying this is DM or Danny?
Bit of both.
Okay, so a shoey is when you get a shoe, right? You pour alcohol in it, and then you drink the alcohol from the shoe.
Okay, so you pulled off your own shoe?
I pulled off my boot, I gave it to Jim, and I want him to fill it up for short stuff to have. He's gonna have a shoey.
Jim will stand, look at Mordred for like, are you sure?
He's going like,
And he looks back at Jack. What's Jack? Roll me persuasion checks, both of you.
oh shit. Oh, okay. That's a 23.
Plus by persuasion. That's charisma, right?
Yeah.
16.
Okay. He looks and he begins to pour a little bit. So you can start seeing the boot. It gets about to the ankle where he stops and puts it down and just he just takes one step back from the boot from the bar. I was like, I hate
pick
this
up
job.
the boot and I shove it in front of short stuff, and I'm like, here you go, boy. Bottoms up. Scull it like you mean it.
And I grab this boot that's way too big for me, and then I'll put it up to my head, Danny, but I'm gonna dump it beside me down my back so
Okay.
it doesn't go into my mouth.
Give me a performance check. Ooh, performance, sleight of hand maybe, as you're trying to...
Sleight of hand?
Performance
Alright,
or sleight
that
of
is a
hand?
19.
19, okay. You're able
Sleight
to...
of hand 19.
Okay, you're able to kind of adjust the boot to angle, so it just kind of starts dripping down into your shoulder and shirt. But it's kind of around the
Shirt's
back,
getting-
so it's around the back, but it looks quite convincing. Jack, you think that he is drinking the ale from the boot?
Hey!
Paul, Jim.
I quickly, while he's cheering, I just like put the boot up on my head and like,
Fucking
Hey!
short stuff!
yeah.
Even Jim goes. So, will you be leaving the guild hall today?
Leave? I've only started taking shoeies. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I was joking. I'm joking. I actually, as
And
much as
that-
I would like
that's
to stay here
actu-
and drink shoeies.
That is actually Jim, because he does not want to. It's 9 a.m. He's already spent like an hour with Jack, and that's
Oh yeah.
far too long.
Mordred, I do actually have some things that I have to do on the market street. So I will not be staying at the guild all day today, Jim. And give Londal my best and thank him for the doobly-doos. They did come in quite in handy.
Oh,
And then I will begin making my way out. Set the shoe, but I'll place the boot on the floor, kind of fearfully look at this fucking savage, and I will make my way out of the guild hall.
Okay. Jack, quite
I pick up my boot, I put it on,
soggy foot.
and I sit there and I go, that man, that short man, was a fucking legend. And he needs to know it, so I go chasing after him.
You, God damn it.
As you leave, as you both kind of leave the thing, Jim just is there, picks up, like he now spots the giant like mess of ale on the floor from Mordred spots it. He's like, this guild is fucking doomed. As it fades out to you guys on the streets.
Oh, man.
Well,
The
I'll tell you this
bakery.
much. I knew we were going to roleplay you two meeting each other. That was new. That
Pretty
was
good.
new.
Not bad. That wasn't bad. I had nothing.
As a DM, you can never prepare for wolf armadillos or shoeies, apparently. Two things you just don't see coming. Okay.
Have you had a shoey today? No. Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay. So as you guys make your way through the town, out of the rusted anvil, actually you guys are up at the very top by the trade gate by the Red Hawk Guild Hall. You guys would
Right.
Yeah, right there. You guys would begin
Perfect.
to walk south, where you will come to the market square. On the far end of that market, You see the bakery.
So short stuff, you little bloody legend. And I rub his head with my knuckles. I give him a little noogie. I'm just like, do you have a name, little fella?
They call me Mordred, and I take a long draw of my pipe.
Mordred? That sounds like a woman's name. I'm gonna call you Morty.
Was my grand's name, thank you, but if Morty suits you, feel free.
Excellent. You're now Morty. Hey, just be
Indeed.
thankful I didn't call you what I called my last partner.
Dare I ask?
I called him Tito.
Phew. I'm not even going to bother with asking the spelling for that. As I make my way down the market street, I'm looking in a stall. I stop at the vegetable market little area. I'm looking at fruit. I'm picking it up and look at it. I'm looking
So,
for.
you know these bananas here, and I pick up a banana and I shake it in front of him. I'm like, you see these? We grow them in the north of my country. Fucking beautiful things. Everything in this market is beautiful. And then I go down to his level and I look and I whisper in his ear and I'm like, don't go near that fucking bakery. That place is suspicious as fuck. I swear, they have things going on in there. I still have yet to prove it, but I know this fuckers. Look at it! Look at how suspicious it is.
You look over, and you see a small bakery with a few chairs and tables on the outside, with a few peasants sitting, having little cups of tea and a little cupcake.
Bloody suspicious.
As you look over together, you see that one of the waitresses has like a saucer, and sees you staring, and then walks back in, taking in cakes for everything.
what did
Fishy,
I tell you?
Mordred, give me an insight check.
Oh God. Okay, that is a 17.
Cool. That looks like a perfectly reasonable Happy Bakery to you.
I look at Jack in the face, who's now in my face.
Jack, I would like you to make me an insight check with disadvantage.
Of course.
Oh, that's gonna be fucking incredible. What's my insight? Oh, that's even better. That's 4.
Cool. So, Mordred looks over and sees the happy smiley faces. Jack looks over and sees the waitress. And walking, looks creepy as fuck, just looks ominous, clouds everywhere, just mist.
I see like
What did that
light
tell
and
you?
there's a rainbow and they're having tea. Okay,
You see
beautiful,
the
beautiful.
exact polar opposite to the scene.
How does Jack respond to this? He's just like,
See? What did I tell you? Waving like that. There's something suspicious going on. Did you see the way she looked at me? Bloody.
so I'm standing there with like a handful of this plant and I'm talking to the merchant as he's like pointing this out to me. So I chuck it down and I like brush my hands out. I say, I could do with tea this morning. And I kind of just like, if he's down at my level, I kind of just want to like I'm talking to him, like and I'm just gonna kindly walk away a little bit and then turn. I could do a tea, and then I just kind of turn and I slowly start walking directly towards the bakery.
Bum, bum, bum,
That
bum.
woman looked lovely. Did you see that woman? That cake? That little cake? Oh, I could do with the little cake and the tea this morning. That fucking Darjeeling, man. Mwah. And
I
then,
come over as he's walking and I pick him up from behind and I'm walking him over to the bakery and I'm like, yes, that's it. Why haven't I thought of it before? The Bean Imposters will enter the bakery in disguises. We'll be normal people. And I'm shaking him as I'm doing this.
You
You're
almost
a
found yourself being
genius!
lifted off the ground.
You're a genius, Morty.
I think my favorite thing right now is just the fact you called him Morty.
I was getting ready to say that. It is my grandmother's name, so I mean, it would sound like a woman's name. Anyway.
Okay.
So good. Okay, so we're walking over to the bakery. How many people can I see outside as he's carrying me over?
Okay, well, make me a perception check, and also let me know what your passive perceptions are, please.
16 is mine.
Mine's 11 as passive, and I'm also wanting to see how many evil people are around the bakery.
Okay.
Yep. I rolled a 16 for perception as well.
Okay.
Oh,
As we
excellent.
walked over.
So
So that's 2 in a row.
I
That's
rolled-
not a good sign.
I rolled a 6 for perception. How many evil people are there, Danny?
There are... Please, sorry, give me 1 second.
There are fucking legions. I gotta grab a coffee. There are just, you see fucking legions on the hill. They're just coming down.
There's an endless armada just shooting down from the sky like rain.
Okay, so... Getting over to the bakery itself... Okay. These will... These will do. Okay. So. You can see on the outside there are at least 3 different customers with a waiter that seems to be walking in and out, as in serving drinks and coffees.
Now, is this what Fishy sees, or is this what I see? Because remember, I rolled a 6.
Okay. You can see the ones on the outside. Fishy can probably see that there are a few more customers on the inside.
Oh Jesus! So he sees a legion of warriors, is what I'm assuming here.
They're not warriors. They are just commoners. They just can't find an image for them.
No, my perception is telling me that we opened the gates of hell and fucking demons are just walking out.
Perfect. Private ballerina. That's just for my own self.
Yes.
Beautiful. I like whispers.
Easiest way to communicate things that Jack doesn't see. Okay, so with you walking in, you can see that the bakery is open. It is people being served.
Oh, so we're
You can-
walking right in past the people on the thingy. Cool.
You can either put
I'd
yourselves
like
on,
to-
or you can, you don't have to be in there, but, you guys are looking at this, what you can see for the time being. You can see the actual outline of the building continues going on, but that's a little bit difficult to show, but if you give me a second, I'll try.
All the tables outside are occupado.
They are.
Are they talking about anything fancy that I can hear? Or is this just people having tea, having their little morning talkies?
And give me a second. There are some people talking about the commotion and the fact that the town was almost destroyed by demons for a few
As
weeks.
you would do. Yeah, as you would do.
In the recent
Okay.
times, you guys would have taken part in a defense of Hammer's Rest, where at one point there was a series of weeks where a bunch of demons just started invading. You guys just basically kept the town safe. Didn't really get paid for it, but you know, it was a thing.
You didn't really get paid for it, but hey, okay.
We just defend the
How
town.
prominent and foul does the food look?
Okay. Give me an investigation check as you get nearby.
Natural 1.
Cool. And they look poisonous. The green little sprinkles on top of them, clearly poison. Clearly.
We're still outside.
Yes, for the time being, yes.
I want to just kind of, just casually, I mean, this is, to me, I'm interested in Jack because I think he's a paranoid he has mental problems and he's paranoid. And I want to watch this go down. I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is a bakery, and I'm getting close. The tea smells fucking great, and these cakes look amazing.
Do you
And I
not
want
see the poisonous gas coming off of them? See those death sprinkles? I swear they come from the jaws of hell itself.
That gentleman seems to be enjoying his. And I look over there and be a man
The
like
guy just with like a full-on like piece of pipe. I'm like,
Now, does he look fat or skinny?
this one's fat.
See? You see? It's poison. Look at how big he is. If he wasn't eating this shit, he wouldn't be so big.
Hi. Just trying out some pie.
Dude, Jack said he's a fat shamer now. Damn it.
He wasn't being
Some pie,
quiet about
you
it.
fuck.
Guys, he's trying to have some pie.
Jack, is it? Trust me. Trust me. I've been imbibing poisonous plants and funguses for many years. It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than some death sprinkles to take down old Mordred here. Let's go on in and check it out.
Have you never heard of the death sprinkles that come from the Kakaraba bush?
I come from the south. We got cuckleburs. Is there anything like cuckleburs? You know, they get stuck on your socks when you're walking around. They're hard to come out.
No, the Kakaraba bush has deathly green sprinkles. They grow around villages, and the children go out and they eat them. And what happens is the children end up getting poisoned, and get sick, and go insane.
I would quickly, Danny knows this. Mordred has a little notepad, right? I'd pull it out and quickly write down, note to self. Jack Sidney has obviously imbibed death sprinkles from the Kakapapapapa bush. And then I would put, to be studied, question mark? And then I would put it back up. I'm doing that. That's a 25 sleight of hand, so he does not see me or notice this.
He does not.
And I just quickly fold it and put it back in my... And I grab him by his finger with my hand. And I start gesturing this way, and I start dragging him into the bakery.
Okay.
Alright, before he drags me in, I go, hang on, little man, hang on. And I put my finger away, and I walk out a couple of steps towards the edge of the bakery where, like, the marketplace is, about there. And I crouch down, and I look straight ahead of me out into the street, and I go, right, guys. Now, this time, we're in dangerous territory. This business behind me has the green flakes of death from the Kakaraba bush, a deadly, poisonous substance that very few people live through. Now we're gonna get deep and dirty and see what other mysteries this horrid, rancid, terrible place has. By the looks of it, they might even have a few monsters. And then I turn back around and I go to Morty and I'm like, right, let's investigate.
Oh, we're
Who
doing
the
this.
fuck are you talking to?
Everyone.
My response immediately as you grab me, who the fuck are you talking to?
Everyone! I'm Jack Sidney! Everyone knows me! They all watch me!
I would say, well, I only noticed those guys watching you. I don't
Exactly!
see a them.
Exactly! They're everywhere! The cameras! They're always watching me! Because I'm Jack Sidney!
Do I know what a
Famous
camera is?
superstar of television!
Do I know what a camera is? Are these common in your world?
In this case, you can't see a camera.
Okay. So I keep adjusting my lapels on my jacket, but I'm like looking now. He's making me nervous.
To be
I wanna go
fair,
outside.
like when he
And then-
when he
hang on,
does start talking to everyone, there are at least
I point to a little girl. I want to point to a little girl and be like, see her? See? She's the set manager!
little girl playing with picking some flowers. just wanders off.
Danny, I want to see if I can see anything nefarious about this little girl. Just for my own.
Make an investigation check.
Investigate. Oh, Jesus. That is a 6. Flat 6. No mod.
Yeah, she could be up to something. Who are those flowers for? Where is she going?
Okay, so I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? And he starts pointing out all of these people. And he points out this little girl. And I can kind of see it a little bit.
You can.
don't think
the more time you spend with Jack, the more his way of thinking is. Also, I want to point out that when Jack does turn into the street and talk to people, there are at least 3 or 4 people who stop and go, "Oh," and like pay attention.
Okay. I will get on my tippy toes and grab Jack, like the pocket of his pants, and I'll be like, "I think we should probably get inside." I don't want to be.
Good idea. I'll leave the investigating to you, because I'm more of the man.
As he does that, I kind of very well, very well. Inside we go to escape the prying eyes of that small child collecting flowers.
Okay. So, as you step inside, the actual bakery itself is actually rather nice. Beautiful wood floors, carpet in the center, a counter in the front with cakes, pies, small little pastries, even some little biscuits, and a rather large-nosed, quite large man stands behind the actual the till with a cat on one side of the counter, as well as you've got 2 servers who are making their ways around, like this one here and this one here.
All right. I would just go ahead. Yeah, go. I would just walk in, kind of like stunned, happy to be away from the outside, and I'll just kind of step to the side and let Jack in, and I'll just kind of just get a look at the place.
I instantly walk over to the cat and start talking to the cat.
Okay. So, as you approach, it's a black, ginger, and white, tabby, long-furred cat. It just kind of sits there in a bit of the open space on the counter, just like. Nah. Now, so are you using your spell? Is it a spell you can use?
Yes, I speak to animals.
He can
It's a
speak
racial
to
thing.
animals. It's his trait.
Yes.
It's one of his
Remind us
I
of
can
this
cast
ability.
beast sense to speak with animals.
Okay.
Wait, can they speak back?
Yes.
Okay, because I know that some of them are qualified by they can understand a thought, or you can put a simple idea into their head. Some of them you can communicate.
Simple animals I can speak with. It's like the higher animals that I.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. I'm just asking for myself. That was like a DM fishing question. Oh, Jesus.
What are you doing here? Are you keeping an eye out on this place? On the evils that this place does?
Is Jack Sydney speaking in cat, by the way? Is
You
he yelling at us?
can basically see that in the corner that Jackson has kind of crouched down next to making eye contact with this cat, talking like speaking in cat, and the cat is just giving him the stare.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt you. I just want to. Okay, beautiful. Just want to make sure.
What?
Look. I know what's up with this place, alright? And I'm here undercover, alright? As you can plainly see, I'm undercover. And I take off my hat and I go, see? Undercover. This is a disguise.
It starts to
See?
lean out.
Normal.
It
Disguise.
leans out to rub its nose against the hat.
See? Normal. Disguise.
That's rubbing his nose on the tip of the cap. He goes, I've just woke up. It was a good cat nap.
Well, I'm sorry to disturb your catnap, but I need to know. how do I access the secret area to take this facility down? What monsters lay ahead of me?
Now, just jumps off the counter and just walks off. And jumps onto the table.
I stand back up and I look at Morty and I'm like, best friends.
Cats are a little bit temperamental.
As one of the serving ladies walks by me and Jack is talking to this cat, I just kind of gesture outside and I'm like, there's a really shady looking little girl out there with a basket full of flowers. I mean, this isn't my establishment. I don't mean to take any liberties, but I can tell you right now that I wouldn't be drinking tea outside if I saw something like that again.
The guy behind Hill goes, do you mean Haley? The little girl collects flowers?
Mordred quickly would pull out his notebook and write, note to self. Figure out what a Haley beast is. ... Fold it back up and put it in his pocket.
He kind of goes, can I offer you and your friend some cakes today? Welcome to the bakery.
I would quickly turn to Jack and be like, Jack, he's offering me the death cakes.
Ah. Good day, good sir. G'day. We would like one of everything on this menu and whatever you've got in your secret in your good inventoried stock, good sir. Please. G'day.
He kind of looks and goes, okay, I can help you with some of that. Do you want one of everything of these? Kind of points towards the pastry, the iced fingers, the donuts, pies, and cakes.
Now,
one of everything?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how deathly does all of it look? All of it.
Make an investigation check. With
As he says that, I'm
disadvantage.
patting him on the arm, and I'm like, yeah. Because I'm starting to buy this. This guy's shady as fuck, and his nose is creeping me out. Hey, Jack, cool.
What'd you get? Yeah, you think all of those, like a single bite of each cake, like it looks like an assortment of different types of poison.
The smoke come off it and it turns into a skull and bones and.
Yep. All of it just looks like it almost looks like in your head that the pastries are lined to spell death.
Excellent. Yes. We will take one of everything. G'day, sir. And we will take stuff again from your secret hideaway. Your best inventory at the back in the trapdoor. The stuff I assume you have that, with all the deathly beasts and stuff. Yeah, that's it.
He goes, okay. And he starts collecting pastries into a collection of smaller bags. Kind of puts them all on the till and goes, that will be that's 5 gold pieces.
Now you see, I have this thing with a guy called Jim at the bar in the Red Hawks Tavern, and he said that this was the best establishment and that he would pick up my tab for me. Yes.
Oh, Jim, the barkeep at the Red Hawks?
Jim the barkeep. Good friend of mine.
Make a
He's
persuasion.
a real ripper.
Make a persuasion check with advantage on this one. Well done.
Well, thank God for an advantage. Oh, come on!
I'm assuming that wasn't great.
It didn't sound great.
Well, okay. He says,
I'd like to point out that was with advantage because I also got a 1.
You got 2 what? Okay. So he kind of nods and goes, "Oh, there is an extra 5 gold charge for for deliveries and for credit.
Yep. Again, Jim, good man behind the bar, said that he will take care of me.
Okay.
He knows me. I am the illustrious Jack Sydney. I mean, I am Sydney Jackson of the Sydney Jacksons, and he knows me. I have saved him numerous times. I mean, obviously, I haven't actually saved him, but you know, in his heart, he knows I have saved him from his life of mediocrity and boredom with my
the bar, the guy at the bar just rolled a 19 on insight. So, but he is basically he's going to be charging the barkeep more money than it's worth. So you'll get that in the neck later on. But you are able to collect the he accepts the deal.
Love it.
Okay. So you guys have a collection of cakes and pastries in bags. What would you like to do?
What can I see, like, as far as in this little establishment? You said it's like nice, it's decorated nicely, and that, like, behind him are those like windows that I can see?
The yellow ones are windows, and
okay.
the
perfect.
brown ones are doors.
Okay. As the barman and Jack Sydney finish talking, I'll be like, you have to excuse my new friend. Apparently, Tundar's has its own set of rules for behavior and courtesy. I think what my friend was trying to say, and I'll reach into my pocket and I'll pull out a single copper piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll place it on the bar with my finger and slide it over to him very slowly. And I'll say, we would like to see the non-death spore cake menu, if you know what I'm saying.
He kind of puts his finger on the copper coin, brings it over, and then goes underneath the till and brings out a normal menu and hands it to you. And goes, that would be the one.
Is this man lying to me?
You can make an insight check.
God damn it, that is a 6.
You can't get a good read on it.
So I take it reluctantly and with... Okay, that is a nat 20. Sleight of hand. That's a 30. I quickly, without anyone noticing, I smack Jack on the leg under my hand, or under, like on his leg where no one can see, and I say, I got the menu, without trying to move my mouth, and I just cut my eyes to it.
I'm sitting there, obviously with my hat off, because, you know, I'm in disguise. And
that's what I gathered. That I was just gonna let you go with it. It didn't need explained. You started talking in this weird like way. Oh, so good.
And I look at the menu, and I look at short stuff, and I'm like, and I just, because, you know, obviously I'm there, and I just yell out at the top of my voice, you did it, Morty! You found the secrets!
Danny, is this menu any different from the menu that is posted behind this man?
You didn't get a good look at it, since you just swipe it and put it into the thing.
Okay, beautiful.
Jack, you will see that almost everyone in the bar turns to you, and you've still got the talk of animal spell, and the cat goes, secrets?
And from that point on, I put on my hat, and I go, ha-ha! It was me, Jack Sydney, all along!
Give me a performance check.
I have figured out, and I have infiltrated this disturbing death trap.
Okay, cool, we're going down this road. Cool, for might go down this road. Cool, okay, make a performance check.
I thought we might go down this road, Danny said. That's never good. That means he planned for it.
That's a 15.
Okay, a few of the people in the tavern, like the guy who was eating the pie earlier on, just drops the pie. He's like, no. A few other people in the bar are like, what do you mean death cake? As people are just like nomming on there. Everyone's just like, the owner, the guy at the bar, is like, "What do you mean, Jeff Cakes? Keep your voice down. Don't make me get the guards."
Those puffs of smoke coming up with those villainous pieces of delicious, horribly death-looking pastries.
Yeah, and you got a Haley beast out front keeping guard. Mordred
What?
screams.
Not a Haley beast?
Okay. Okay.
Danny went.
Donald is like, starts putting his hand, like, "Please calm down, please. This is my establishment. I do not want any trouble. You are worrying my patrons."
Now, Owner's got a big nose, right?
He does, yes.
I'm like, calm down, you goddamn macaw! I will not calm down. You are trying to poison and kill me.
Okay. At that point, he will start signaling for one of the staff. Say this one to come over, where he's like, "You might need to get the guards."
What?
Jack, you won't hear that. Actually, let me give a 10. Yeah, okay. You can hear him start basically suggesting to one of his staff to go get the guards.
Yes, yes, bring the guards, bring them all. We will show them this poisonous facility. And I take out my greatsword and I hack it down on the counter.
As this happens, I'm pointing outside, going, "You've already activated the ingredient in that one. That man's gone supersized."
Okay. So, with you smashing down the sword into the pastries, just fly everywhere. The guy will basically shout. He'll go, "Binfo, a little Hatton, please." And from these doorways pop looks to be a 7-foot tall Goliath, wearing a apron and a little chef's hat. Step through the door with
Now,
two rolling
is it
pins.
a male or a female?
It's male. Also, Jack, as the door opens, I would like you to make me an investigation check.
Natural 20.
Okay, you can see that behind him there is. Was that with disadvantage, by the way?
No, it wasn't with disadvantage.
You're still drunk. For about another 20
Okay, well
minutes,
that's
I'd
not
guess.
as good. That's a Oh, you said
Annoying.
investigation?
Yeah.
9.
That's a 4.
Cool. You see as he walks through the door, white powder in the background, like a mist of white powder in that room. That you
I look at him.
think is.
I look at him and I'm like, ha! The infamous beast of the Goliath that walks in the kitchen. Never seen one of those before.
From where I am, would I see any of this?
You can
door
see.
opening at
You can
that.
see. Yeah, he's a large Goliath as he walks in. You can also
Okay.
see like the powder in the room beyond.
Okay. Danny, that's a nat 20 on an insight or history. I'll do insight or history, your call.
Mhm.
Do I like, to me by this point, Mordred is about 50-50 convinced that this place is evil. To me. I see this powder off of him, and with a nat 20 on history or insight, would I start to believe that these were like the spores of like a Myconid sovereign?
With a 20, you'll be able to actually kind of discern the actual use of them. So for you,
So it is, yeah.
flower.
Okay, beautiful. So they do the super
Flower.
size man beast transforming in front of my very eyes in front, a Haley monster, and a large baker has just come out with rolling pins covered in flour.
Yes.
Beautiful. Moving on.
The staff has now disappeared to try and go get some staff. Try and get some guards. The guy with the rolling pin pulls out 2 rolling pins and goes, "Who starts trouble?" Looks at the greatsword. Goes, points towards Jack and is like, "You want fight?"
Worry not, good sir. I do not start trouble, for trouble has already come down on this establishment. I am here to clean it up, because I am Jack Sidney, and I will stop you and your nefarious beasts from this place. Yes, this place. Let's go with that.
He just stands there.
But then I also
Blank-eyed.
add, by the way, you are one gigantic fucking thing.
You destroy table. You destroy pastries that I work on.
Do you not see those death clouds? Do you not see the sprinkles? Why would you use those sprinkles?
I'm just shaking my head in agreement, like.
Yep. The Goliath is dumbstruck almost. Just staring. Okay. It's a stalemate for the time being.
Like,
So-
why would a gigantic fucking yeti such as yourself put these sprinkles on top of things that people eat?
People like sprinkles.
Not these sprinkles, they're death sprinkles!
You call my pastries and cakes death sprinkles one more time, I'm going to
Yes,
force feed.
I pick one up and I go, look! See? Dark, protruding clouds, and then I throw it on the floor.
Cool. Okay, with that, the Goliath will stand on top of the actual counter, picking up a handful of cakes, and he's going to make a strength check on you. Can you make a athletics check for me? Or athletics or dexterity? Or athletics or acrobatics?
With disadvantage, because you're drunk
No.
still.
And you must...
No. It would be just a flat out roll, because I have advantage on dexterity and stuff checks.
Okay.
Oh. Flat roll.
Flat roll.
Yeah.
You must be 22.
You know gonna do it. Come on, you Tundarian.
6.
Cool. This way, you basically just watch as this Goliath seems to grow even bigger as he steps over the counter, lifting up a bunch of cakes in one hand, puts one hand behind your head, and just shoves the cakes into your mouth. Sarge's like, "You will eat my... You taste death cakes. They are tasty. People like sprinkles." On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard are you trying not to swallow?
10.
Cool. Okay. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
That is an 8.
Okay. You halfway through this, your eyes start to bulge as a piece of the cake is lodged in your throat, and you are currently choking. Meanwhile, the Goliath is still. Goliath doesn't know, and it's just like.
Just then, holy shit.
Don't kill yourself, fake choking for
Um,
flavor.
Donald walks. The owner starts to be like, Binfo, don't kill him. Don't kill him. We don't need another death on the premises.
Hang on, let me put the red marks around my throat.
At that point, Maud, is there anything that you want to do?
Yes, I would, as I see this happening, do I also notice that he seems to get larger, or is that just for flavor?
Just for flavor.
Okay, beautiful. To me, it kind of looks like he's getting larger, but that's because he stepped over the thing and he's a fucking Goliath and I'm a halfling. But I want to jump up onto the arm he is cramming the cakes in with and just try to hold it with my arms and my body and go, "No, those are poisonous. Didn't you hear him?" And I'm like dangling off of him.
Okay, you are literally hanging on top of Az over here. finally, as you guys are all more or less just mounting each other in its giant mess of people screaming, 3 guards walk in. One is a dwarf, large beard, has armor that's nicer than everyone else's, looks to be the head of the town guard, and walks in and sees this man and goes, "What the actual fuck? Hey now! Sort it out!" The Goliath lets go Jack and puts his arms up with Mordred still hanging on one arm.
Alright, well, I'm on the floor jumping up and down and fucking flopping around going...
The Goliath grabs you by your khakis, lifts you up and slaps you once on your back, and just bunch of cake just falls out of your mouth. You are now breathing, but you do take 5 points of damage. 5 points of damage.
Mordred quickly runs over to it. It wouldn't run. It'd be right there. I quickly kneel down and fiddle really nervously for my leaf pouch, and I rummage through and find this little bit of blue, kind of hued flour, and I quickly crush it and put it into a pipe, and I jam the pipe into his mouth and light it, and I say, "Quick, breathe this in. The smoke will suppress the bacteria that's currently forming in your stomach." And that was with a 17 medicine check. To convince Jack he is not poisoned.
Jack?
And make him go even more fucking crazy.
I mean, let's face it, he saved me from poison. I'm gonna believe it no matter what the roll is.
It's true. No need to roll then. Do you believe it?
So and this is not an intoxicant. This is literally Resident Evil blue herb. You are not gonna get poisoned psychosomatically in the mind. Unagi.
Love it.
So the guards will now be, as this is going on, like, what the fuck happened here? Donald's
They
like,
were trying to poison me. Poison. The food. Poison. In my throat. Poison.
The guard self goes, it would be quite interesting to see if this entire bakery was poisoning people, seeing as this fat fuck points to the guy who's eating pies, and obviously he's here every single day and he's still here.
Exactly. Poison. He's fat. They used the fat poison.
And we're just pointing.
Okay.
So these cakes. Yeah, go ahead.
You've already the guard's like, you've already damaged property. How much is this going to cost, Donald? And then the bartender goes, for a new table, it's going to be at least, I don't know, another 5 gold pieces for. But all the cakes, the destruction of my reputation, my livelihood, of my bakery.
5 gold pieces for a table?
Have you seen the length of this table?
I quickly turn. You know, I hadn't really thought about that. Jack, you're still sitting on the floor, yes?
No, I'm slowly getting up on.
You have slowly got. Okay, Jack is standing up.
And I'm, of course, pointing and, doing the poison.
Okay. The guards will basically go, all right, that's enough, and they will start walking over to collect.
But the white stuff back there. There was white stuff everywhere. It's poison.
I grab his arm. I think it was flour. I'm starting to realize
they were using a flour, a poisonous flour.
Okay, you can make an athletics check again with disadvantage as these guards all begin to grab hold of your arms, controlling you.
You said acrobatics, right?
Acrobatics or athletics, both will work.
Well, either one is a dexterity, and that's a 17.
Okay, you are able to kind of wriggle free, keep resisting. You have a moment where you think you might be able to, in where you are right now, you have destroyed public property, created quite a scene. So, you're most likely going to be getting arrested if you continue to be in the guard's presence.
Excellent. You know what I'm going to do?
Yep.
I'm going to fucking go goddamn rugby style. In my head, I'm going to imagine an all-black fucking Kiwi rugby footballer doing the fucking haka, right? And I just fucking jump the counter and I run through this fucking door over here.
You fucking stole my action. I was gonna say, how much space do I got between the owner and the Goliath? Because I'm gonna say, I'm out of here. And I was gonna cheese into the door, baby. Thunder, thank you.
Okay. So, you slip out of the grasp of the guards and just jump over the counter and are making it towards the bakery room. You can get yourself in there if you want. The door is still ajar, so you can just bust straight in.
Yes, please.
Okay. I think we're going to... I think we have to roll initiative.
If you want, that's fine, because whatever I was gonna do, if you made me roll initiative, would be the exact same as if I didn't. So.
As Jack breaks away, Mordred, you also have a chance to get to where you need what you want to do. So what does Mordred do? Seeing Jack flee, almost quite impressively as well, just like dodging in and out of people's hands, he jumps across the actual dock.
In my mind, as this happens, one of the serving wenches begins to try to make her way past me to go outside. And I say, "Death spores!" And I hit the bottom of her cake tray. And they go fucking everywhere as I throw myself over the counter and follow Jack into the bowels of the bakery.
Okay. Okay.
We did it. That's speechless. We did it. That's speechless. That's speechless, baby!
Never have a plan when it comes to Jack Sidney.
Dude, Mordred never has a plan.
Because Jack Sidney never has a plan.
Dude.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is...
Scion's like, nope. Oh my god. To be fair, I was kinda hoping that Shuey would have got me drunk as well, because this would have went way fucking different if it did.
Oh yeah,
Scion.
I went and got a bunch more music for ourselves.
Scion, but what if we give you the job of maintaining order? How about that?
Triss is in Weasel. You guys got no help.
Scion, will you be the person that creates order in my life?
Also, I'm pretty sure Triss knows of Jack because they went on an adventure together.
Okay. I would like you both to roll initiative for me, please, seeing as you guys are now kind of getting chased.
Little bit. Rip. Let me show you this spicy 11 that I just rolled. Take that.
Alrighty, so Jack, you are up first.
Yes, I am.
So, in that room, you can see there's a table with some flour and pastries on the actual table, a oven, and what looks to be a small rat.
Fucking rat.
And another door
Right.
over...
Hang on, I need to remember how fast I can move. It's 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I believe there.
Mm-hmm. That'll be
Yep,
your...
So I run right into there.
Okay. You run straight into another room with a staircase that leads upwards. And another door that leads here.
Yes! Oh, right, I get an action too, don't I?
You do.
Oh, yes, I do. While I'm running, I would like to have my sword in my hand and
So you picked your sword off the fucking broken countertop.
Well, I assume I would have had my sword in my hand, you know, because after I got back up again.
Your sword at the moment is stuck in the freaking counter,
Okay,
bro.
then, well, I don't, and then I use the extra action, and I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30, and I run into the room all the way up here.
Okay. So, in here, make me a small... actually, when you get in there, you can actually see there's a collection of storage boxes, and also what looks to be a small trapdoor.
Knew it.
Okay. That is you done, unless you have a bonus action.
No, that was my bonus action, I'm pretty sure. Oh, hang on, no, my rage is my bonus action.
God damn it.
No, hang on, no, because I would have moved, and then my bonus action would have been more movement, wouldn't it?
No, you would have moved, which is your free movement, and then you got your you would have spent an action to dash.
Oh, action, bonus action, right? Well, seeing as how I don't have my sword, I'm going to, as I'm running, I'm going to be like, I'm going to sing my native national anthem to get myself into the spirit and the rage.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm running, I'm going to yell out, I come from the land. When I run, everyone thunders. Can you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover.
At least they know where you are.
And I rage.
Okay. And you are now considered raging. Okay.
I expected
yeah.
him to be saying Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Okay.
Oi, oi, oi. That's what I thought you were going to do.
The Goliath is going to charge after you, and he's going to try and stand in the way here and try and grapple anyone who gets past. And will hold his action to try and grapple someone. Mordred, what would you like to do?
I am going see this Goliath come in through a different door. And he can see me, I'm assuming. I'm standing there, he can see me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to... I'm gonna slowly smile. And as I pull 2 daggers out of these little sheaths, the back of my belt, and I flip one of them in my right hand and I say, one way or another, big guy, you're getting out of my way. And I'm going to hold my action as well.
Ooh.
That's going to be a attack action, and I'm going to hold that against this Goliath. Well, I'm just holding my attack.
Okay. Any movement at all?
Nope. I have come into that room and shut that door, and I'm standing in that corner. Okay?
Okay. Roll me an intimidation check.
Oh, that's a natural 18.
Okay.
That's a +2 to intimidation, so that is an unnatural 20, my dude.
Oh, wow, okay. This Goliath kind of looks at you and goes, get your fucking friend, and steps to one side.
So,
you may
is that my
continue.
turn then?
You can, if you want to
okay.
use your movement, you
Sweet.
can now. Mainly because those guards are coming right after you.
Okay, I am going to hastily walk past him, and as I get past him, I'm just gonna go. I've sheathed my blades. I walk past him. I just lightly tip of the halfling is just let the Goliath know who the boss is. A little tip of the cap, and then I'm just gonna use my action to move, and then I'll do my bonus action to dash,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll just be in this room
Okay.
with Sydney, and I will come in there, increasing in speed as I move past the Goliath, because I ain't that fucking brave. I bluffed.
Okay.
I'm just like, Goliath, 3 guards. I hope you got a plan.
Trapdoor!
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, so these guards are going to spend their turns chasing after you guys and searching. And they get to about there. Actually, one goes upstairs. Okay. So,
Oh shit.
back to you, Jack.
Right. I turn to my friend and I'm like, short stuff! Trapdoor! And then I get over to the trapdoor and I want to open the trapdoor and get in it.
Okay, it is currently unlocked.
Damn straight it is. I'm going to open the door and I'm going to go down the trapdoor because I still have movement.
Okay, and you can see just to the left. There we go.
5, 10, 15. That's 20, so I still got 10 more feet.
Okay.
So I go into the room and I go there.
Okay. Give me another investigation check.
11. Hang on, no, investigation. 9.
9. Okay. There is a collection of boxes that seem oddly placed perfectly against a very lined against the wall, very tightly, but you can't make anything else out. The Goliath. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, because my action would have been to open the door and then so I'm pretty sure that's my action and
Okay.
everything.
And the Goliath, at this point, just walks straight back in to speak to Donald. He's not paid for this. Okay.
He's a fucking baker.
He is.
Baker.
Goliath, Baker. Mordred, back to you. You can see a small window in the room as well.
Okay. And I've seen Jack go down this.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to kind of work my way towards the trapdoor, but as I do, I just want to look out that window and see just what I can see. What can I see out that window?
Haley Beast.
There's fucking Haley beasts outside. Beautiful. How many, by the way?
Just
How
the one.
many?
She's still picking flowers.
Does she just like...
She's not even looking at you. She's just there picking flowers.
I just see her.
Mhm.
Okay. I see her. My eyes just rip open with terror as this look of fucking shock. They're multiplying! I scream as I leap down and slide down the fucking ladder with my hands, pulling the trap door behind me closed.
Okay. Okay. So we'll move you down here. You still have some movement as well.
I'll just just move around to an open area, and I just want to. That is a 6 total. So no,
Okay.
that's a 6 investigation. What I can notice.
Do you guys feel like you've just entered a tiny little basement full of storage?
I'm terrified by Haley beasts. What do you want me to do? Like, how am I supposed to notice everything? Like, you have no idea what the PTSD Mordred would have after this is just horrible. And panting as I look around, I'd grab the sleeve of his khaki and I would point and I'd be like, Haley beasts in the windows.
Okay. So on the next turn, it's the god. Because you shouted they are multiplying, the god follows you into the right room. He will also attempt to... 19. Okay. Boop! No more running as he steps into the room with you lot. What the actual fuck? And then he is going to make a grapple check on Jack Sidney. So give me an athletics and deck. Ooh, not good. Athletics or acrobatics?
Oh, not good.
Alright, because I got advantage, it's just a straight roll, which is 13.
Okay, you are actually
Hang on,
able.
no, hang on. What is it, strength?
Yes. And you're
13,
raging as well, I believe, so you should have.
17.
Cool. Okay. He tries to just kind of grab you, a little bit tired from having to run through the actual shop and go down the stairs. He goes to grab you, you just kind of wiggle him off. And that is his turn. You'll also note that the guards aren't being super aggressive here. Funnily enough, Sultan, Salaf, the town guard, who's featured in my Flesh game an awful lot. My Flesh player spoke to Salif an awful lot. He was just ahead of the town guard and Hammer's Rest. He doesn't really want to hurt anyone, because you guys haven't hurt anyone yet. You've just like caused a bit of damage. So he's not openly trying to murder you.
So I see boxes.
You do? Would you like
And
a...
I see the window.
No window in this one, sorry. That's one of the things I should have sorted out. This is a basement, but what you can now see is that those boxes, without even having to... Now you've had like an extra minute to kind of have a look. You can see that there seems to be something hidden... hidden behind the boxes and wall.
Alright, I make my way over.
As this man tries to grapple you and misses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
Salif goes to grab his shoulder, and Jack just walks straight ahead, like, what is
Okay,
that?
that's what I thought I heard. Perfect.
Right, I wanna smash up the boxes, and as I do it, and as I'm punching and kicking them, I want to do something awesome. So as I'm punching, I'm gonna be like, kangaroo punch, and I like punch the box and destroy it. And then as I kick it, I want to be like, roo kick, and then like just, you know, like sort of
You're bringing out the...
roadhouse kick the fucking boxes as I'm doing it, you know.
Okay, you with your bare hands are able to punch away those boxes, revealing what looks to be a extra chamber going on.
Excellent. Ooh. And I actually have to move.
Even Salif at this point goes, "Oh, what is that?"
And I look at him and I'm like, you see? Poison! Death mushrooms!
Well,
and then I look at Morty and I'm like, beasts.
I'm just reactionary, terrified by this. I am now. I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, my character would be way more invested in this being a nefarious bakery now. I believe you. I saw the Haley Beast as I left.
Yep, Haley Beast.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
It's all coming together.
So as that wall kind of gets revealed, Salif just kind of becomes less engaged with chasing you guys. Go, but is that a hole? That's new. Jack, is there anything else you want to do on your turn? Though technically we are, with the reveal of that little extra, we are technically out of combat.
Like this weird... Right, I go up to Salif and I put my hands on his shoulders and I look at him in the eyes and I go, look, I need you. And I take off the hat and I'm like, I'm not disguised. I am Jack Sidney. I am everybody's hero. I need you to go upstairs and grab my sword.
Make a persuasion check.
This is fucking...
The head of the
Can I
town
help-
guard, Jackson is sword collector.
Can I help him in his persuasion check before he rolls
Yeah,
and before he does
if you want to try and help out, tell me how, and then
Okay,
Well, that'd just be a straight roll then.
it will be with advantage. Yeah.
Yeah,
If I'm helping as well, I'm
How
just
are you
curious.
helping?
I was while we were still in combat, I had pulled out rope while I was standing there, and I had a small little lasso, and I was gonna tie that guard up. That was gonna be my turn. I was gonna tie his ass up because I wasn't gonna kill him. He was just chasing me. But I'm gonna be sitting there smiling with this rope, and he'll see me. I'll quickly put it away, and I'll be like, I didn't believe him until I came over here and seen it with my eyes. That's a natural 17 with my persuasion bonus. So that is a 23. I would say I didn't believe it till I got over here. But you saw that gargantuan man that was growing out there against his will. You saw the Haley Beasts. Help us now. Retrieve the great Jack Sidney's sword.
Salif is kind of being Helen's like, kind of shoves your hands up, kind of just backs off to the room and goes, Ollie, Get the sword.
Fucking Ollie.
A few minutes later, you'll just hear as a sword is dropped down the hole and sit at the bottom of the
Stick us
stairs.
out of the dirt.
Yeah.
Sticking out of the floorboards
Alright,
of this
I
basement.
go and I pull out my sword and I do it at, like Zelda style, where I grip it in both hands and I pull it out and then I flip it over and I'm like, yes, now this is a knife.
Da, da, na, na, na. The Triforce music cues behind him. Da, na, na, na. Yeah.
And then,
Da, na, na, na. Anyway,
And then I-
continue. Sorry.
and then I put my sword on my back
Mm-hmm.
and I turn to them and I turn to them both and I'm like, this, gentlemen, is the day that this bakery falls. And then I turn and I look up at the corner of the wall there and I look up at the corner and I'm like, now things are getting interesting. What'll happen? Find out next time. And then I turn back to them and I'm like, just give me a minute, all right? And then I turn back to the wall and I look up at it and I'm like, welcome to the next episode, guys. You remember what happened? Let's get into it. And then I turn back and look at them and I'm like, let's go.
For those
All you
who
see is
for those who are new,
more-
Jack Sidney believes he is the host of a TV show.
He believes he's talking to an imaginary audience while shooting a show about varying creatures in.
I didn't help the situation. I gave him a crystal ball, an orb of viewing.
And he
Though
has an orb
his-
of viewing, so he has an audience.
So his bard cameraman is not around at the moment. Okay, so anyway, you
You would
give
just
your
see me in varying degrees of like. It's like to me, to Mordred at this point, it's Braveheart.
yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Salif is now just watching from the doorway, being like, I probably should have just arrested them. Should have just arrested them. Fair enough. So Jack, you've got now your weapon. There is a small hole revealed by the breaking of boxes.
How small are we talking?
It's about 5 foot. We'd need you to crawl through. Mordred would have no issue crawling through. However, you might need a little bit of
Is there
crawl.
anything in the way that's blocking it, or is it just a straight hole?
There was a few rocks and stuff, but they are easily just shoved out the way.
All right. So I get down on all fours and I want to look straight ahead first to see what I can see.
Okay. What you seem to be able to see is a series of small tables and a few kobolds with a small oven in the back.
I turn to them, and because I don't want to make a noise, I start doing like weird hand signs, right? I'm just like,
Make an insight check. Whoever's trying to understand what he just did, make an insight check.
No. That was a 6. That was a 6, guys. That was a big fat beefy 6 with my modifier.
Okay, you have absolutely no clue what that man is saying.
Does
Not a
it,
Dickens.
to me, does it look like he's having a stroke from the cake? Perhaps the cake poison has then. Hold on, wait. Oh, that's a 19 natural medicine check plus 0. Yes, that's a flat 19, Danny.
Okay.
Do I think that he's having a stroke from the cake?
You just think he's an idiot.
Okay, beautiful. This is even better.
You
As I
get
see-
a good insight on that guy. You think he's an idiot.
I see him doing this, and he keeps like gesturing like over my shoulder. So I look, and I see like there's like the door behind me, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, there's a door here. There's a door right here." And I go over to it, and I try the handle.
That's a window. Or it's not even a window.
That's not a door?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a door.
Look, my maps aren't always perfect, goddammit. I should have...
Remind me to remember to... Yeah, I gotta remember to shame you for this later. So I go over to this not door, and I go, well, that's definitely not a door. We should go your way. And I walk back over to him. I kid because I love...
and you can see underneath.
I creep down, and I'm kind of like, let me scooch by, and I kind of scooch by, and I want to roll a stealth check, and I want to kind of climb into that space of the corridor, and I want to like have a good. I mean, okay, yeah, that's a 25.
Yeah, you feel like you're pretty sneaky.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak right on into this little area, and.
Okay.
Am I going to see anything else other than what you would have described? The kobolds and a few tables?
What you can see is that there is one kobold down to the bottom, which is looking to be rolling some sort of pastry on the table. You've got one over here who is looking to be putting sprinkles on cakes. And you got this one here who is walking back over to the putting like a little tray into the oven.
As I see them, the last one on my left, I see what he's doing. And I happen to know what the death sprinkles do to the children who imbibe them. And I immediately picture Jack before he had death sprinkles and lost his mind. And I turn and I grasp his arm and I say, he's putting on the sprinkles.
I turn to the guard and in my quietest voice, I'm like, sprinkles!
Salaf looks down and goes, jail. The sister's still leaning against the wall.
No! And then and in my frustration, I kind of like whisper yell. You know how you like your loud whisper? I kind of go, no! They're putting sprinkles on stuff!
And I whisper yell, yes! The sprinkles of death! Over here!
Yeah, sprinkles!
That's a 26 stealth. So
Okay,
I was whispering.
you are still
Because I
stealth.
whisper yelled, let me do my stealth. Well, doesn't matter what comes up because that's a 3.
Cool. So all these kobolds suddenly stop from hearing the voice and kind of turn. One turns around with the actual pastry still in his hand.
Danny.
Kind of just puts the pastry back on the table, kind of walks, just like, takes it and goes, welcome to Kobold Bakery. Hi.
Can I see any plants or mushrooms, fungus, things growing on the walls?
No, it's actually quite a nicely carved cave.
Okay, beautiful.
You do see like there used to be some sort of like a small pathway that leads over to the top, in the top corner. Kind of like leads to a tiny little cave that continues onwards.
Okay, so they're looking at me in this little entrance.
Yeah, they're all just kind of turning, all looking kind of like they weren't expecting anyone. Like.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna quickly pull out my notebook and I'm gonna open it up real quick at them and close it. Mordred Flower Cloud, Hammer Rest Health Department. I'm sure everything's up to code here. I just need to check a few things. May I speak to I didn't get your name. May I speak to the man putting the sprinkles onto those pastries over there?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, you beautiful player, you.
Oh god, that is a 23.
Okay,
Man, that's a hot number today.
The one who has got the pastry goes, oh no, not health department. Oh no. The one who's doing sprinkles goes, hello, I'm Blur. I am Sprinkle. I do sprinkles and I do a little bit of the icing. He kind of wanders over a little bit towards you.
All right. As he moves over, I kind of get a little nervous to myself, like this ruse isn't gonna hold up. I need to go ahead and get my boss to come in here. He's gonna be overseeing the inspection today. Jack, you might want to come get a look at this. Definitely not making death cakes in here. I mean, come on in, meet Blur.
The kobolds all start lining up, like. Where did the other one go away? They all start lining up, like to be inspected.
All right, so okay, so knowing this, I'm obviously just seeing them do all this.
As you can, when you start peeking your head out, you can see that the kobolds have now all kind of lined up, like kind of like dusting themselves off.
And because I'm such a good actor, I enter, I stand up, I brush myself off, and I take off my cap.
Oh God, no! He's going into disguise.
And I go, G'day. My name is Sir Sidney Jackson of the Jackson Sydneys.
In unison, the kobolds go, "Hi, Sydney!"
And I'm here to inspect this fine, definitely not death-creating facility that is beneath.
We make cakes.
I would just be.
One of them just goes, are we in trouble? We only be stealing tiny amounts of supplies. Only tiny amounts.
Now, see, and I turn over. Now, if I look at the sprinkles, do I know that they're death sprinkles? I need to make sure that they're the death sprinkles.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
He's literally in my head.
4.
Okay. These seem to be the same sprinkles that you have seen throughout this entire journey so far.
Alright. So I now start with my hands behind, like with my hand behind my back with my hat, you know, sort of walking around, you know, like I'm authoritarian. You know,
As you would.
I start walking around, and you know, just because I can, as I walk past the table, I scoop my finger along the table because you know I've obviously seen someone do it before to check the dust, and I look at it and I'm like, you know, and I do this with my finger, and then I'm like, yes, and then
yes,
and then I walk over to the sprinkles, and I pick up a handful. And I sort of roll them around in my hand, and I'm like, yes, of course, And I'm slowly walking back over to the kobolds, and I'm like, so, this is fine product, I see. And then I put my hand out to one of the kobolds, the one in the middle, and I'm like, would you like some delicious sprinkles?
Yeah. Do you want a bag of sprinkles? We got bags.
No, I would like you to have some of these sprinkles. These fine, definitely not poisonous, delicious looking sprinkles. And I tip the sprinkles into his hand for him to eat.
Kind of looks around. Sprinkles all over his little snout. Sugar!
Do these... Can I tell if these cakes are the exact same cakes that are upstairs, or are they different in any way?
Okay, give me a small investigation check. Or you can taste one if you want.
Yeah, that's 15, and that is no mods. So
these are poorly made cakes. It's a bunch of kobolds trying to make cakes.
Okay, cool. Oh yes, Blur was it? Great looking stuff. How many people do you expect you will turn into your army of gargantuan humanoids that you can then take over the upper areas with?
Well, we only feed the one thing.
Mordred pulls out his notebook. Note to self: enormous man working for kobolds? ? Folds it back up, puts it in his pocket.
Oh, yes. Now, I'm interested in this one thing that you feed.
The big mouth?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it appeared several weeks ago, and like So when demons were all around, and then we found it, and it was just eating all of our friends. So it turns out that it liked cakes. So we decided that a few of us would need to be down here to make the cakes. So we are the Kobold Free. We make cakes and cupcakes and sprinkles.
Excellent. Well, as head of this operation here and overseeing everything, and I put back on my hat, and I pull out my knife.
That's not a knife.
I go over and I pick up one of the cakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it on my knife, and I go, yes, now let's go see this giant mouth, and I will offer him the most delicious cake he has ever eaten.
You want to see Mouthy? Okay.
As Jack says this, I just put my hand up on the end of his knife, and I say, we're not going to go kill that fat guy upstairs, are we?
Oh.
And I look at him, and I'm like, quite possibly.
I look back at the kobold. The mouth isn't that guy upstairs out on the deck, is it?
No. It round corner. You'll be fine. We show you. If you get rid of Big Mouth, we can go back and do other stuff like, I don't know, steal, make caves. One of them's like, I actually quite like making cakes. I think it's a little bit creative.
Is that Blur? Is it Blur? Because
Blur likes
it's Blur.
Blur
Yeah, he
likes
likes
it.
it. He gets to play with icing. Okay, it makes sense. All right, so yeah, I would just then step aside and let Jack Sydney
Yes. So
lead the way.
I walk around the corner, authoritarian-like, with my, obviously a knife, and the cake parts at the end of the knife, just walking around, going, yes, the most delicious, and a bad, and I mean bad Christopher Walken voice. I go, yes, delicious cake, very good.
You're talking to my friend. Oh, wrong. You do it again, and I'll stab you with the cake, with the sprinkles, in the face.
So
for you.
So I start to walk around the corner
Okay.
with the cake in my knife, or on my knife.
So,
Oh, Jesus.
as you turn the corner, you can see that the cave continues to dip down into like a small basin where there seems to be some sort of wriggling creature in near the back. It is also very dark down here.
So I assume I just see like barely the shadow of it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, so I sort of step back into the light a little bit more, and I go, "Oh, delicious monster, come get this beautiful cake that has been made especially for you." And I sort of like wave it a little bit on the edge of my sword, you know, to tantalize him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Seeing as you're being loud, it notices you. So at this point, Mordred, you can see him, Jack, kind of walk forward with his sword and cake. Oh, wait, that's a sentence. What do you do?
He doesn't disappear around, obviously, but I see him walk away. What are the kobolds doing?
Watching.
They're not moving?
They are kind of just... Well, you told them that you're the help inspectors.
Okay, I was just...
They're just like, you know,
curious.
behaving, being good.
Okay, yeah, cool. I would then just, as I'm kind of casually walking behind Jack, I would just turn to one of the kobolds and I'd say, the mouth, friendly or not?
Okay, go. Ha! No.
Yeah.
It's eaten 7 of us.
Oh, Jesus. So I would then, as I'm walking up to behind Jack, I'm just kind of peering around, waiting for whatever to come out of the darkness.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Make your you kind of see it. You make your initiative. Sorry.
Oh, Thunder, I'm just so sorry. I apologize.
Make initiative?
Rolling initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, you can use your turn to perform.
Was that a
don't
5
have
for
to
you,
attack.
Fishy?
Yeah, that was a natural 1.
Did I get?
Okay.
I got
2-6
I
toilet.
have to. I got disadvantage of initiative as well, don't I?
You do, yes.
Yep. Motherfucker.
Okay, right. We're going to take a 2-minute break while we just go to the toilets and get our bladders sorted out. And then we'll pick up with you guys probably getting murdered in the basement of the bakery. Who knew? Something was going on in there. Also, Capro, thank you very much for dropping in. Jesse, Joe, Wild Wolf, Zion. How y'all doing? Hope you're having good days. Balance. Balance is key. Da-da-da-do. Thank you very much, Jesse. How you doing, man? How's everyone's day going? And Fishy?
Oh, I've been holding that one for a minute. This is good. I like it. Good time.
Well, it certainly went. There was a moment there where you guys were just going to get arrested, and that was going to be the end of the game. Finishes within an hour because you guys got arrested.
Oh yeah, I would have talked my way out of that. Either way, I was hitting them
You
death
could've.
cakes.
You could have talked your way out of it. Jack, on the other hand,
Oh, it's good. RP exercise is go in with fucking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Base idea about I know how Mordred would react as he is my dude, but other than I got nothing. So this has been a very good exercise today. And I've only had one mild asthma moment
good.
this morning.
Is it for me today? I've got this, and then I'm going to spend the day with my wife. And then I've got, might have D&D Flesh game tonight, and then Sekiro in midnight.
Oh, sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jesse. I got all my stuffs and my breathings, so I did my belly breathing, and it worked. It worked straight away. But yep, I have a bit of something. I think I might do another couple hours of Witcher. I think I might just turn that into a
Yeah,
movie.
man.
You don't need to even play the story stuff. You can just roam around and get into adventures. So I'll do a couple hours of that, and then yeah, Danny was made to get the thing that he was given cash for.
I must get it.
He was gonna wait,
I was.
but
All right, so we are back in, and the weird, creepy monster is going to be going first. And with his stats, he's got okay. Okay. This thing is going to begin moving up. That's fine. Okay, Okay, you guys are now within 20 feet. As you guys, this thing starts slowly moving towards you guys in the darkness. You start to hear just like mouthing and gibbering in different tongues. I need you.
God damn it.
Yep, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please, both of you.
God damn it. Oh, natural 19, baby. No modifier.
You're fine. Thunder?
Go ahead, Sydney Jackson.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
As we stand there in the darkness, the shape emerges.
Doesn't matter what I roll, it's a natural 1.
Okay.
We heard some type of language emerging from the darkness as it just continued to speak, and many mouths talking all at once.
Cool. Okay. You are unable to make any. The creature takes no action or bonus actions. So you are unable to take any bonus actions on your round, Mr. Jack Sydney.
No!
Terrible news, I know.
So some of the mouths are speaking ancient Tandarian, and you can understand it.
Okay, and then it's going to spit a glob of goo at you in your direction. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws next.
That's a 23.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay, you are both able to jump out the way of this ooze on the ground and avoid being stuck in place. Okay.
Fucking monster.
It's only got a 5-foot reach, so it can't actually bite at you. Okay. Okay, that is the Malva's turn done. Now over to Mr. Jack Sydney. What do you want to do?
Alright. I've seen what he's done. Do I still have the cake on the end of the sword?
Yes, you do.
Thank you. This is very important. Alright. I walk up to him. And I go, because obviously my hat's off, and I go, good day, good sir. I have a delivery here. It's a cake full of fucking whoop ass! And I hit him with my sword.
Okay, roll to hit.
Open a can of fucking whoop-ass!
Okay, well, that's a, 9.
Armor class of this monster is actually 9. Congratulations, that hits.
Yeah! Alright, 2d6.
The joy of hitting.
That's 20. That's 22 points of damage.
Okay, nice. Oh, I know what.
Wait, hang on. No, that's not. Hang on. I rolled the wrong one. I rolled a d12, not a d6.
Excuse me.
Okay, so that's 5 points of damage.
Big difference.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. Takes you kind of slice at it. Some of the mouths start trying to bite at you, but that is your turn. You can't make any bonus actions this round, so that is you done, my friend. Mordred, what do you want to do?
Well, I would jump out of the way of this goo, and at the same time, while rolling onto the ground, I would basically draw my dagger in my left hand and a beautiful thin silver rapier in my right hand, and I would basically roll out of this and see this creature, and I would basically scoff a little bit that this mouth monster spit its gloop at me, and I would then move in to attack.
Okay.
And I would then 11 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be I believe, it is a D. That'll be with my rapier first slash. That'll be a D8. That is a 2 plus 4, so that is 6 slashing damage with the rapier as I slash across it with a rapier, saying, "Ha ha! Foul creature, have at you!" And I slash at it. And as I turn, I bring my dagger up. I believe it's a plus 7 to hit. Yeah, it's a 14 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is a dagger. That is a D4. Oh, and that's a 4. That's 8. As I have at you, I slash upwards with my rapier and then bring my dagger down at the same time, trying to stab it in one of its little gruesome little mouths.
Very nice. Good. Okay. Now, you both need to
As a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to disengage.
Isn't that your bonus action? You only get to attack once with your weapon. So you attack once with your
Two
first
weapon fighting. Two
Yeah.
weapon fighting.
Two weapon fighting
okay,
lets
that's
you
my
use your
bonus
bonus
action.
action.
Never mind. Continue. Yep, moving on.
That's fine.
Yep, sorry.
Cool. No, it's cool. Okay.
What? Never mind. I'll look that up. Go
The
ahead.
gibbering continues, so both of you make another a wisdom saving throw, please.
Shut up, smelly scion. 17 flat.
You're okay?
6.
6. Yeah. On a power save, the creature takes no actions, or you are once again unable to make a bonus action on this round. Start rolling better. Okay. At that point, we will also. He will. Ooh. I need to see if it recharges on a second. If it recharges first. It does not. Okay. Then it's going to try and bite. What is your AC, Thunder?
What's what?
Your armor class.
Oh, 17.
Cool. Okay. It's going to bite into you, and it will do. Wow, that's a lot of damage. $19 points of damage, but I believe you're raging, so you're halved.
No, I'm not raging. However, I have resistances to everything except psychic.
Isn't that only when you're raging?
No.
Barbarians only get resistance when they're raging.
No, the barbarian feat of the bear. Oh, no, yeah, sorry, no, that is while I'm raging. Son of a bitch!
Take your 19
As
points of
Danny
damage.
eats his food. 19?
Mm-hmm. How you holding up there, Jack? You dead?
Why do you want him to die?
What's the guard's name, Danny?
Salif.
Salif. Beautiful.
Okay. That is the Gibbering Malva's turn done. Jack, you're back up.
Alright. Because I know no fear, I first turn
Because I know no fear.
to little Morty. And I go, Morty. Morty, Morty, Morty. Morty, Morty, Morty. I need to make sure I get this name right. You're aware that nobody liked Fandel. Right? And
I'm
then,
just like,
for those who get that reference, good on you. And then I call out, Salad! Salad! Get the fuck in here!
Salad,
And
get
then-
in here!
And then, of course, because I don't wish to attack, but I wish to survive, I will go into a rage by singing my second theme song. You've been thunderstruck! And that's how I go into a rage.
Excellent. You are now raging. You now will get your resistances to damages. Actually,
No!
did you use a bonus? Did you use an action to go into a rage?
Yes.
Good, because you can't use a bonus action.
Why do you think I said that?
Yeah, making sure. Nicely done. Okay. Mordred, it is now you.
You just, after Sydney goes into a rage, you just hear me humming. Thunder. I'm going to roll to hit. That is a nat 20 to hit with my rapier
Nice.
again. Then we will do where's my dices? That is a 7 plus 4, 11 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to take my bonus action to disengage and move back about 10 feet.
Now that you try and move, you realize that the
Uh-huh.
ground around the gibbering malva is melted and molded and counters it counters difficult terrain. Can you make me I believe it's a dexterity saving throw to make sure you can walk through it?
Oh, that's a 13 plus 7. That's a 20 unnatural.
That is fine. You are able to easily move out the way.
I move back, and then just as my free action, am I able to put away my gear and draw my bow?
Yes. That's
Okay,
not a
I
problem at
will.
all.
As I'm moving back, I notice the ground is sticky and is trying to grab me up, and I quickly sheathe my rapier and dagger, and I pull my short bow and knock an arrow. I step back onto that little elevated area.
Yeah, at that point, you can also see that the kobolds in the background all going, "Is it going well?"
I just look over he doesn't like the cakes.
Okay. So, that's you guys done. At that point, we are then going to
Fucking
have more.
Salad, holy shit.
Mordred rolled a natural 20 on initiative. So he will use his movement to.
Oh, salad.
He'll
Get some,
crawl
baby.
through there. I'll take his turn. And
That's
he'll,
right. No matter what his name is, it's Salad from now on.
Salaf, his name is.
It's Salaf, but
Salaf
salad.
Thickbeard was his full name, if you ever
Oh,
want to know.
fuck yeah.
So he crawls through and is met with kobolds, but they're all wearing aprons and look quite friendly. So he's like, okay. Looks over, sees you two fighting, goes, on my way. He'll use the rest of his action to get over here at least.
Fucking salad.
Now, just putting this out there. If he dies, what does that make all the other games that are technically set in the future where he's in them?
Frankly, he hasn't shown up. Ooh, no, he hasn't shown up since. His fate is free and in the hands of you guys. So is the fate of Jack
Excellent.
Sidney,
So
though,
I pick
sadly.
him up and throw him. Nice.
Jack,
You're not
again,
gonna yeet
you
the
are
man.
20. Actually, Mordred, you are also in 20 feet range. Once again, wisdom saving throws, please.
You got it. Oh,
It doesn't matter
That's
what
enough.
it is. That's a natural one.
that's a 9.
Okay, on
That's a 9, my dude.
On a 1 to 4, the creature does nothing. So you don't get to take your action. Actually, no, wait, no, that's fine. That's fine. I have to roll a d8 to make it. Ah, there we go, that's fine. 7. The creature makes a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its range or does nothing if it can't make an attack. So you'll just randomly attack the creature on your next turn. Congratulations. However, he's going to try and bite you first. Actually, can you get his spittle back? He does not.
God damn it.
Oh, lucky. 3 plus. Alright, he is unable to. Basically, the mouths kind of reach out and try and bite you, but they are unable to hit. Sham.
Excellent.
For sham on me. Okay, we are then, once again, back to the Jack, who must make an action, who must make an attack action.
You
The thing is
damn
literally
fucking
driving you mad.
Right, I make an attack action.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm swinging my sword at him, because I hear little Morty humming, I go, I was caught in the middle of a railroad track!
So, next time I'll just get AC/DC for the soundtrack, alright?
You being.
That's 16.
Okay, that hits.
Ugh.
8 points of damage.
Nice. Are you adding your +2 for your rage as well?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
+2 for rage, no.
So it would have
that's
been
10.
10. Okay, nice.
Excuse me a minute.
No worries, do you think? Mordred, we're back to you.
I rolled a 7 on my dex saving throw, so what does that do to me?
Oh, Dex?
You said, or no,
Wisdom?
whatever it was, I rolled a 7. Whatever
Oh,
it was, I
wisdom.
rolled a 7. You told me to roll, I rolled a 7.
On a 1, you are unable to take any actions. No actions for you on your turn. You are just transfixed by the weird gibbering of
Okay, there we go.
and-
So that is my turn. I wanted to make sure because
Yep.
I didn't hear that bit. So
Yeah, that
there
is
we
you
go.
stalled. Apologies. Okay. However, Sal,
No worries.
who is also just out of range, you motherfucker, will use his
Salad, you son
action
of a
to use commanding strike, basically saying, "Hit it up, boys!" So both of you get an extra attack of opportunity on the monster.
bitch. Right now,
Yep. So either you with a bow and Jack with his
sweet.
sword
16,
if you want.
16 to hit,
Yep, it hits.
and that is a D6 for 7 points of piercing damage with a short bow.
Okay. Thunder.
Sorry, what was going on? I was swapping headsets.
No worries.
with my
You get
fucking
an extra attack of opportunity thanks to the Salaf. So just roll to hit.
7.
Okay. Your one goes wide, sadly.
Yeah, of course it does, because I'm too busy singing Thunderstruck. As I'm missing, I was like, and I knew! In my mind there was no turning back!
You two need to make again wisdom saving throws.
Okay, that's a 17 natural. Oh, thank you.
Okay, so that's 8.
Thunder, you're killing me here.
Oh no,
man.
wait, it's wisdom. So it's 8.
Thunder, you're killing me here.
Okay. You are in this round. You are unable to take any actions.
No!
And the gibbering Malva will. Does he get his spit?
You know, I seem to feel like every single animal or beast that Jack Sydney fights fucks him over to some degree, but he does hardly any damage, but he still is standing at the end.
You take another 17 points of damage, halved, because you're raging.
Yay!
Rounded down. Rounded up.
How much
rounded
health
down.
does Jack Sydney have?
Well, that depends. How much health are we supposed to be taking off? 9, 18, so 9 or 8?
8, we'll say 8.
We'll say 8. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! How lovely! He has 7 hit points left.
Cool. And finally, Fishy, he is going to use his spittle again in your direction. Could you please make a dexterity saving throw?
26.
Yeah, you are just a quick little shit you are.
He's a fucking ninja.
Natural 19 on a +7 dex mod.
Okay. Jack, we are back to you.
Yay! I can do no turns. So, knowing that I can do no turns.
Oh yeah, you can't do nothing.
Yeah.
I just see
That's
you
you.
after
I was gonna say I would like to sit there, and knowing that I can't really do anything, I want to be like, Mom, Grace, and I thought, what could I do? And I'm just so sad because I can't do anything.
He's in my head. I picture you missing and the volume dropping like,
Yep.
man, I knew no help from you.
Mordred,
Yep.
you're up.
That is a 20 to hit with the bow as
Nice.
I knock another arrow, draw, fire. I believe that is a D6. That is a 2 + 4, 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As I then will I'm gonna just move just 5 feet back, a little closer to Salad.
Okay. Nice. As you move over there, the Salaf will go, oh, that fucking idiot's gonna get himself killed, and he'll begin running in.
That fucking idiot.
Okay, and he takes another. Salaf walks in and hits him with another 5 points of damage, hitting with his mace.
Yay.
How does the gibbering mouths look at this point?
About halfway.
Oh, that.
Well,
good
actually,
lord.
no. To be fair, Actually, no. He's got slightly more health than Jack does.
Oh, okay.
So he's got 7.1.
At the moment, I need you two again to make wisdom saving throws.
Why did I get drunk? Oh, it doesn't really matter. 9.
14.
That's a
Dan. The map maker.
What was that, Thunder?
That's a 5.
Jesus, what is you?
Well, it's because I got disadvantage.
You get to take
'Cause
no.
I'm drunk.
You get to take no actions again.
Mine was a 14.
Natural. Oh my god. What's your max health?
Mine?
No. Thunder's.
39. Are you gonna hit me with a beam that does like fucking 70 damage? He's debating it.
Okay, so
Okay, so
it's going to be 19 times 2.
I'm sorry, 19 times what?
It scored it scored a natural 20. So
Crit.
you'll take 38 points of damage, halved.
Okay, so I'm just dead.
17.
Right.
So you will take 17 points of damage.
That's fine. I'm just dead.
Jack Sydney explodes in a red cloud. Is that what you're telling me?
Jack is literally like. Actually, just make sure the gibbering mouth doesn't absorb people. Give me a second. No, you're okay. Okay, so you're not outright dead. You are, however, in a critical condition.
Cool. As I'm going down, can as I'm going down, can I be like, and I knew there was no help, and I just like face plant it into the ground.
Okay, that you face plant down, and then as you face plant forwards, the gibbering malva just begins to put one of its mouths around you and start slowly dragging your body in. So you're, for the purpose of this now, you are technically unconscious, and when it attacks you now, you'll make death saving throws. Since you took so much damage in the first place, I would like you to make me a death saving throw now. You must roll higher than 10. No adds, just a natural
Oh,
d20.
Jack, you fuck.
That's a 13. That's fine.
Okay.
You pass. Okay.
It's fine, he says, as he's. It's okay. Percy was almost ate by a
Jack,
gibbering mouse.
it was your turn anyway, so you would have made a death saving throw there anyway. Mordred, you see Jack falling into the mouth of the gibbering malva.
Tears kind of start to well up in Mordred's eyes as he's louder. And it's starting to echo in the cave, and it's getting louder. And he's gonna knock an arrow, and that's gonna be 17 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be 10 points of piercing damage on the gibbering mouther with an arrow.
Oof. Okay. With that, as its mouth opens to start swallowing Jack, an arrow just kind of shoots through, and it just kind of stops, and Jack kind of slides to the side, falling out of the way of the actual gibbering malva's mouth. It is still standing, but it is not looking good.
I am then going to knock another arrow, and I'm just gonna kind of just step kind of to the side of where I'm at, just 5 feet, just for a clearer shot.
Okay.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. And we're going to have Salif.
Salad fingers, come on, pal. The
Come
fucking
on,
Haley
Salad.
beasts are beating down the door.
Come on, Salad, you fuck.
Okay. He is going to spend his action attempting to hit the thing, but he misses because he rolled a natural 2. Amazing.
Fucking Salad. I knew nobody liked Salad.
Nobody likes salad.
You don't make friends with salad. You don't make friends with salad.
Salad fingers.
Okay. Salif is bitten by this thing, and because Salif is smaller than him, he's actually going to be swallowed. So, you've got one unconscious Jack Sydney on the floor and one town guard dwarf currently in
Fucking
the...
salad!
Jack, I need you to make me a death saving throw.
It's fine, it's a natural 20.
You
Oh,
get a surge of energy, and as breath screams back into your lungs, you have 1 hit point.
Yeah! As I get up,
Yeah.
just through my mind, can I be like, I'm still standing. Yeah.
Roll to hit.
I'm still standing.
Oh, wait, hang on. No, because... Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna fucking die anyway. That's an 8. It's a 9, isn't it? So I miss. Alright, so I'm just swinging it. I'm just like, I'm Susan! Yeah!
Mordred, you're up.
As I see this, I'm now like openly vocalizing. I'm gonna shoot my bow again at the mouther. 20 to hit, unnatural. 10 points of piercing damage. Scream out my bow.
Arrow goes through. The gibber mouth begins to wiggle and like fluctuate before it kind of starts to melt into the ground, leaving just the now slimy dwarf Salif. Like, oh, that was close.
As it dissolves, I quickly drop my bow to the ground, and I say, "You've been thunderstruck."
And the gibber mouth just dissolves into the ground.
And I step over to Jack Sydney, and I lean down. And again, oh, that's a 14. Where's my medicine? That's a 14 medicine. I quickly pull out my pipe, rifle through my little bag, and I bring out some very weird, very dark green flower with a extremely orange hair. It looks almost white in the light of the cave. And I crush it and put it into my pipe, and I quickly jam it into his mouth. And I tell him, quick, breathe this in. The smoke will suppress the gibbering mouther bacteria that's now rising up in your stomach.
Salif will shake himself loose and walk over to the kobolds. He starts talking out about stop stealing supplies and return to your caves. But he doesn't seem angry at the fact that there are kobolds in town.
By this point, I'm obviously still walking around with one
Yeah,
fucking hit point. Delirious is all shit.
You are indeed. So, Salif will turn back to you guys and go, well, considering as I'm going to arrest you two, this turned out pretty well.
You see, this is what happens. Thanks to the Powerpuff Girls. And I sort of just, I'm stumbling around. I'm trying to hold on to the side of a cave and...
Cool. So, you guys will end up making your way out of the basement and making your way back through town. Meanwhile, there are 2 shadowy figures trailing behind Mr. Jack Sydney. And they can just hear...
Noticed.
That's the one. That's the one who killed Jim. Make plans.
I noticed these people on the way.
Jim! Which Jim? Is it Jim or Jim?
Wait, Thunder, I saw these people as we were coming to the bakery. One of the reasons I hastened us into the bakery were these shady figures outside it. I did not believe you that the bakery had anything going on, but I do notice these 2 guys following you. And they don't look like they're up to any good.
No, you don't see them, however. They are just 2 random guys, and we'll pick up with that story another time. So, that is where we end with Jack Sydney surviving the bakery.
As only Jack Sydney can. Almost dying.
and still surviving.
That was a challenge rating 2
I'm still
monster that
standing.
you two were getting
Yeah.
trounced by. Trout.
Yeah, just give me some XP. Feed me.
Oh, yeah,
Feed
you
me
want some
my
XP.
levels. Well, I'm that guy. Feed me.
Yes, you are. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging around for D&D today. As always, always a pleasure. I am going to be hanging out with my wife for the rest of the day. Again, I would like to thank my 2 beautiful players. Thunder from Down Under as the one and only Jack Sidney. Hat on, there you go. And of course, the beautiful Dear Fish as Mordred Flower Cloud. Thank you for enjoying this tiny little D&D one-shot. I hope you enjoy your Thursdays. Take care, everybody.
Yes.
Be good. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.